and good Thursday morning. 67 as you're starting your day. We'll get to a high of about 91. Expect thunderstorms this afternoon, sometime between 1 and 9 p.m. We'll get into the breakdown of that. It is a level 1 for the western side of Lauderdale County and back west to Jackson. We'll get into all that and show you exactly what the map tells us this morning as we're waking up. Well, as we start today, of course, you see this progress happening every night if you watch this every day of what goes on. We start today with a shooting. One is dead in Meridian from an overnight shooting. And let's pull up the details and let's get into where it is on the map of where this happened. As we pull up our story, you go to sammedia.network and read this story. At 2 a.m. this morning, officers responded to a call at 803 29th Street and Azalea Park Apartments in reference to shots heard in the area. Once officers got there, they found a male located in a vehicle that was shot multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the scene. They're not releasing the name of his name or anything like that until next of kin is notified. Ongoing investigation. If you saw anything or heard anything last night, contact the Meridian Police Department at 485-1893 is the number to call as we look at this. Now, I'm being told that this was a rather young man, 21 years old, taken down, shot to death last night. Let's look at this, where this crime happened. Let's go to the map and take a look here. This is Highway 39. If you're leaving Meridian, as you come out, the split here, you go up. This will put us just past the turn-in. Here's East EMEPA here on the right if you're headed north. This will be just over to the left, right off Highway 39. 29th Street is where this is. It's where the shooting happened. This is Azalea Park Apartments right here. It happened here in front of the apartments. So you travel this road every day, and it's not very far off of that. Here's John O'Neill Johnson Toyota. And as you go up right here would be the red light to Walmart. Neighborhood watch there, Harry Mayer's. If you're coming into town, you go right past the store, which is El Cheapo. Mike's Auto Repair is here on 39. This would be just off of 39 where the murder happened last night. Now, as we look at that, and of course, that's a picture of the apartments there as you look at this map. Now, with this being said, was this a targeted shot? Most likely is what we suspect on this. This was not some random thing. Whoever it was knew who they were after. Again, an ongoing investigation with the Meridian Police Department. But that gives us, 3 murders in 3 weeks right here at home. We all still wait to hear from our elected officials, the city council, and our mayor. We'd like to have a press conference and know what's being done. I think I speak for a lot of people on that. We just want to know what is happening, what's going on behind the scenes. Are we going to put up a curfew? Does there need to be a curfew? This was 2 a.m. We need to do something. Now, yesterday morning, as you tuned in, I told you about a shooting that happened. Somebody was taken to the emergency room overnight. It was actually during the day yesterday. Someone got shot. They got shot in the shoulder. They got shot in the hand. As they were describing the injuries of being kind of minor, well, they found out more as this went on. Let's go to sammedia.network and pull up if you happen to see this guy. And I got a note, and I also had someone stop me as I was out and about yesterday that said, look, you've got this press release wrong on this about this man. And again, I don't know him. I've never met him in my life. But they said, you should put in there, do not approach. That's what I was told as we pull this up. We go to Sam Media, and this gentleman is wanted by MPD from the shooting from yesterday. His name is Brian Bowler. That's what his name is. Again, as we look at the description of what the Meridian Police Department told us, the Meridian Police Department's CID division has an active felony warrant for Brian Bowler. He is wanted for aggravated assault and felon in possession of a firearm. Now, this is in relation to the shooting that occurred yesterday morning on 39th Avenue. If you know the whereabouts of him, please contact Meridian Police Department. And with it being a shooting, I would take it that he is armed, and I would put that at dangerous. We don't know the situations. Again, he is accused. It doesn't mean that you've done anything, but there's a connection there. I'm just telling you to be careful as the Meridian Police Department seeks him. He may turn himself in. We'll see. We'll watch this very closely and report this to you. And again, if you're just tuning in, we had another shooting overnight. If you're just joining us there, someone has been killed in the Meridian area at 21 years old. We are, I think, at 3 for the year within a 3-week period. And as always, cold weather is starting to go away. Things are warming up, which means there's more activity each day as the streets are filled. Now, I want to tell you about this, and we're going to talk about this again this morning at 8 o'clock. So I hope you'll join us, as Candace will join me. Someone reported seeing 5 people walking down the middle of the street last night. Well, that doesn't sound all that bad, does it? No, it doesn't. Where it turns bad is, well, they all had masks. They all had gloves. 2 of them were toting guns. As the headlights hit them, they scattered. MPD was made aware of this. Let me show you where this is. If you travel these paths in the overnight hours, it's just best to know these things. Let's pull this up. We'll see this. Back again. We're near the Highland Park area. As we zoom in on this, this is about where they were sighted, right in this area. State Boulevard, 20th and 45th Avenue, right in that area there. So if you travel these paths here, expect that. Right there is where that was reported again. No one was hurt, but it was a bunch of kids. We assume kids or young men that were walking down the street, masks, gloves, carrying a couple pistols where you could see them. And again, I go back to, do we need something done of a curfew until crime is curbed in our area? Something to think about, isn't it? I think so. But that happened there. Again, the Highland Park area. Just a lot of crime in that area these days as we watch this. So that's how we begin our day. Now let's go to another thing that happened yesterday. It was kind of scary there for a moment. Anybody got kids watching that go to Clarkdale? I would say so. As we go back to sammedia.network, we had a gas leak there. The kids were safe at all times, but they were doing construction work, and an excavator struck a 2-inch line. As we done this, one building was evacuated to be on the precautionary side. Atmos Energy showed up. They did the repair. It took a couple of hours, and then things went back to normal. But again, that did happen if you had children there. That's what the rumble was yesterday as we reported that. You could smell the smell of gas pretty strong. Again, everything was done correctly to make sure that that was fixed quick. The children were never in danger. We wanted you to be aware of that, though. And I think the 811 was called. Somewhere the spotter, I wasn't there, but just didn't see it. Today, we get it again. We've got a big week as Jimmy Rogers is going on, and to celebrate that, Budweiser, I think we all know that name, and the most famous of all things with Budweiser would be the Clydesdale. They are in town as we pull this up. Last night, they were out at Buffalo Wild Wings. Tonight, they'll be at business after hours there at Mitchell Distributing. And then tomorrow, they'll be kicking off the parade in downtown Meridian for the Jimmy Rogers weekend at City Hall at 5 p.m. Pretty big deal there to see the Clydesdale downtown. Hope you can make it for that. And then they'll be out again Sunday at the Brick House from 2 until 4 p.m. So plenty of places that the kids have never seen the horses. This is really something to see in person. You've seen them on national television. You've seen them at the Super Bowl commercials. They'll be here in person. They've been here before, but this is really a big deal for the Meridian area. You get to see the Clydesdale. A lot of work, a lot of things go into this to keep these horses what they are. Come out and enjoy it. Let's meet that with a big crowd there, whether it's this Friday for the big parade or Sunday afternoon. Whichever you can make, we'd love to have you there. EMEPA reporting this morning that there's a scam alert in our area. Pretty big deal as we go here and take a look at what they've got to tell us. They received numerous reports of scam attempts against the EMEPA members. The scammers are demanding immediate payment to avoid disconnection. EMEPA will not call you. This will never happen. And make sure never to give out information to anyone that calls you. It doesn't happen that way at EMEPA. They will never demand that. And so we want you to be aware of that. We shared that on our page. If you'd like to read more about that, go to EMEPA. They can tell you more there, or you can visit my page and read about that also. There is, and with all being said, with the crime in our area, as we start new community watch programs, we wanted to remind you of this one. This is going to be tonight at 6 p.m. It's scheduled for tonight at the New Life Community Center there. The Neighborhood Watch program will be underway there. Light refreshments located at 3000 State Boulevard. And that's in that area that we mentioned of seeing people with guns. So if you live in that area and want to be a part of that, go by there. As we get toward the end of the month, this is important, your pets. Sometimes it's hard to come up with the extra money when they need something, and this is a neat deal that's being offered to the Meridian area. It's going to be free pet vaccines coming the 26th and also again on June 9th. Again, you can do this at the Lauderdale County Control Shelter there in Meridian on 6100 Rocky Lane. So I hope you can make it out for that. If your pet needs a vaccine, they'll take care of that for you free. That's going to be, again, May the 25th and then the 26th, and then do it again in June also, on June 9th. So that's good for us. Hope you can help support that, community events. Don't forget this afternoon, out at the back porch, as we have fundraisers set up. This is a big one here as we try to help those in need. Richard Ferguson, his wife, was sick for 108 days in a hospital. They're doing a concert, barbecue plates, and also some raffles. And if you'd like to swing by the back porch, they will be there today between 10 and 2 selling tickets to all three events. Drop in and see Ray Hedgepeth and Miss Carol. They'll be there set up selling. Hope you can go by, support, and help Richard out. All proceeds go there to help Richard and his family during this difficult time. Of course, you know Richard from the gospel music on the radio. You know him from Second Mile. 108 days in a hospital is a long time. Insurance just doesn't pay for all that, does it? But keep them in your prayers. And if you can support by buying a barbecue plate, do that. As we look around the state of Mississippi of what's going on this morning, we see that Winston County deputies are searching for a stolen car and an alleged thief. Lots going on there as we go to Winston County. Always interesting there. Also, a Lamar County man is being sentenced 17 years for child sex crime. A Lamar County man will serve 17 years of that as we look at this. A 51-year-old Brian Keith McCaplin was arrested for sexually assaulting a 12-year-old. This happened in March of 2020. He's been sentenced 17 years. You don't get much details more than that when they have these cases, and I don't think that I want to know more than that. 17 years. Makes you wonder, is that enough? A Jackson teen has been arrested for murder. We see this more and more as we hear more from the Jackson police chief of telling families to step up, watch your kids, as we had a huge murder weekend in Jackson, Mississippi over the weekend. 6 to 7 people were shot and killed in Jackson, Mississippi over a weekend. We need to stop this. As we go to, let's see here, Warren County Jail, west of us, had 5 inmates start a fire in the jail. They're investigating it. How did they get the matches? Where did they get the lighter? We don't know. Maybe they'll find out. Kosciuszko is where we go next for a state headline, as we find that a gun was found in the junior high school of Kosciuszko in a backpack. Everybody was okay, but they did find that. That was on Tuesday afternoon as news starts to come out about that. A Mississippi sailor will be coming home finally, and it's been quite some time since he was there. 1941. He was on the USS West Virginia. His body was never recovered. It has been recovered, and he's going to be coming home back to the state of Mississippi. It's good to finally get somebody home. They made the positive identification with DNA. It's good to know. Hurricane hunters, we all know them. Have you seen the story of this? I posted it last night. They're famous. They're really good at what they do, except they're in trouble now, as the hurricane hunters stopped off to pick up a personal motorcycle. Wasn't approved by the U.S. government as they flew near somewhere and just made a quick landing. They're all being reprimanded and got in a little trouble over that. They do a good job. Hate that happened. As we look at headlines across America, some make you scratch your head of people of why they're protesting and what they understand. As protesters hit the street, and there's nothing, this is America, you have the right to protest anything you want. Sometimes it's best to know what you're protesting and why you're protesting. They were in front of the Supreme Court Justice's home, Amy Barrett. Of course, you know, she became famous there One of the protesters said that she just didn't know anything about children and carrying children. The reporter said she's got 5 of her own that she carried and actually gave birth to. They were very confused after that, didn't know the facts. That happened. You can read more about that on Fox News this morning as I thumbed through some headlines. Bless them. Bless them, as they say. California, wildfires are getting out of control there as it is hitting a multi-million-dollar beach. Laguna Beach, as homes are being destroyed. The fire is humongous. I don't know if you've seen any of this yet as we take a quick look at that. A lot of money there. Homes are being destroyed. Thankfully, so far, no one's been hurt. But it still doesn't replace your home, does it? Did you dabble into the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, any of that? The stocks on this are falling apart quickly. And they're saying that a lot of people are going to lose all their money that invested into this. Coinbase is the next one to come out, the second largest one. The first one that made the announcement yesterday, we'll talk more about this morning, that said that if you invested in their company, the chances are you may lose everything you have if you put into that. Didn't try that. I don't know I don't quite understand it, I guess is why I didn't do it. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money out of that, out of the bag, that could take $1,000 and turn it into $7,000 quickly. And it did. It was making a lot of money there for a while. But not so much now. San Francisco, as teachers have meetings, they're in trouble now. Or at least I say they're in trouble. It's San Francisco. It may not be. A group of teachers on a call was pointing out the fact that they no longer refer to the children by their given name. I'm serious. Like Earl or Debbie or Candace, anything like that. They refer to him as pronouns. And why? Parents have asked them consistently, call my child by its name, and they laughed about it. Will anything be done? Probably not. But that is a headline this morning as you look around at the story, and we wonder why we're in the shape we're in. Well, there you go. Did it start at college with the teachers? I don't know, but it's a mess. There needs to be rules. They need to follow by them. Parents are in charge at the end of the day on things of this nature when it comes to their children. Worries me. I hope it does you too. We've got more on the way. We're going to look at the forecast. There is a risk of severe thunderstorms this afternoon. It's a level 1. No tornadoes or anything like that, but severe thunderstorms and possibility of some wind. We'll look at this in a moment here. Coming up at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Fresh yellow corn, 3-year package, $2.29. Ripe tomatoes, a 4-pack, $1.99. Mississippi sweet potatoes, 69 cents a pound. Heinz Easy Squeeze Ketchup, 20-ounce, 2 for $4. Coca-Cola products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 2 for $11. And New York Strip Family Pack, $10.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
As the days get hotter, Sanders Gas reminds you to get your air conditioner tuned up. Sanders Gas can repair or replace your whole unit, whichever you need. Talk to Sanders about a tankless water heater now and never run out of hot water. Find out how easy and affordable it is to cook on gas stoves. And those backyard barbecues are coming. Don't run out of gas. Get yours refilled today. Sanders Gas, since 1946, 611 26th Avenue South. 601-693-4054.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I hope your morning is going well. We start this day at 67 and head toward 91. We'll look at the forecast and where the severe weather might be here in just a moment. As we go to comments, Sandy Cass says she's in Illinois. Gas is $4.75. On average, looking around the Meridian area, she asked about that. I've seen gas averaging about $4.09. Am I close? Anybody seen anything any different? Again, that's on average. Angela Dunnigan, good to see you there. Ralph Fortenberry's, there's a lot of wisdom in the older folks that pass along knowledge to us there. Let's see here. Good morning from Louisville. Karina Jones, how are you today? Also from Carthage, Joy Settle, glad to see you. Also, Julie Alphin is up. Melanie Dotson, Beth Vick, let's see, LaWanda Grantham. Alexa is still in rehab, LaWanda said. I have not spoke with Richard, so that's good to know there. Watching from North Alabama, Miss Linda Culpepper. Bree Packer is up. Charlotte Gray, Philadelphia. Philadelphia, what a great town. A lot of great folks. I always love being there. As we had someone mentioned Highland Park there. It is rough in that area there. Robin Sullivan, good morning. Also Janice Bounds, a lot of other folks. From Denton, Texas, Clarence Westbrook. Hope Texas is being nice for you. Always some storms out there. Joyce Dennis watching us from Wyandotte. Love to hear from where you're watching from this morning also. Let's go to radar and show you what we've got this morning of glancing around. And that's not radar that I just clicked on. So let me jump over and pull this up so we'll have it. Almost there. I wasn't ready, was I? Let's pull up radar. As we go to Meridian Honda radar today, as you'll see, we got fog in the area. It's a little north of us at this point, but we do have it here in the state of Mississippi. As we zoom in on this to take a closer peek here, this is going to be up near Stark, Vegas. As we go up here, we get into Louisville. Y'all have got fog this morning. Let's turn on location so you can see exactly where that is. As we get here, this is going to pick up right around Lake Teocata, all of this area there, right past J&S Food. And it's probably a little fog there, but coming in on 25 into Louisville, you're going to get into fog. Now, the closer you get there and go northward, the heavier it gets. You get past Winston Academy, and right past the jail is where you will get into heavy, heavy fog there. 15 as well has got a lot. And you go further toward Mississippi State, you get up here, as you'll see there, all around Starkville, back west, we've got a lot of fog. Be careful. We want you to get there in one piece wherever it is you're going. As we back out and take a look at the rest of the state, let's turn these locations off where you can see the state well. Up here at the Mississippi-Tennessee line, a lot of fog this morning. While we're here, let's go ahead and look at the severity of what could happen with weather today in our area. Let's turn this on so you can see. We turn on the storm predictions, and here we are. Now, some light showers up in here, but this darker green is the level 1 for today. And let's zoom in on this so you can see where this is. Take it in probably what you would call, that's what central Lauderdale County and back west all the way through Newton, these areas, half of the western portion of Clark County as well. That does include the city of Quitman. Let's turn on locations where you can kind of see where this is expected. We draw the line, and it'll be here at the Girl Scouts. Move a little bit to the northwest and take in Lamar School, all this area here around where the Ag Center is. And out west, past Barham Funeral Home and here at the soccer complex, and out through West Lauderdale area. Just a tad bit of Kemper County included in this, but all of Neshoba County and most of Winston County involved in this possibility of severe thunderstorms. We go southward here, as you'll look at this here. Quitman, all of downtown Quitman is going to pick up just east of Cooper's Chapel and take in everything on the west side. So if you live Highway 45 west, that direction, there's a possibility of some severe weather today as we look at this. Again, brought to our friends from Meridian Honda Radar, and we do appreciate them being a part of this as we look at radar and know what to expect. It's going to be this afternoon, and we'll look at the time zones on this here in just a moment as we get that forecast underway this morning. Let's begin a closer look at our forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Record highs, record lows. It was 1963 that we had a high of 94. We're going to get really close to that today with a high of 91. Back in 1989, we set the record of the coldest day, 40. Brr. Almost would feel good, wouldn't it? As we look at the forecast today, as you can see, there is showers in it. Now, you'll see what the official word from the National Weather Service says, and it gets confusing. It says sunshine, then it says thunderstorms. We've got them this afternoon. As we look at these high temperatures, 92 down in Hattiesburg, Yazoo City. You'll get 93 in Jackson and Vicksburg, 93. As we go to our east, a little bit of rain in Alabama as Livingston, Alabama, and up through Geiger. And these areas we'll see the most. 89 at Demopolis. We'll see 91, again, also right over at Livingston, Alabama. Now, here's what the National Weather Service, how they put their map out. As you can see, as we tracked it across Meridian Honda radar, it cuts right through the center of Meridian here and all of this area here. Timing will be from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight. We'll know more as the day progresses to let you up to date on all of this. Nothing severe, but what we could get is some severe storms and damaging wind gusts and the possibility of hail on this. No tornadoes, but we could get some damaging wind, and that wind is not pleasant, is it? We'll watch this carefully. We'll be here for you, street by street, as this comes along to let you know if it's anywhere that you are. As we look at our temperatures over the next few days, it's warming up. That 6 to 10 day outlook, above and beyond here in the state of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas. Look at that. All right, here's our breakdown as we get into our forecast of what to expect over the next few days. 91 today. That's kind of warm, isn't it? It is. We look at that, and we hit a high of that 91, mostly cloudy sky, with tonight decreasing to a 20% chance of showers. It should all be over by 10 o'clock, as the severe goes till 9, but all rain should be gone by then. Low of 63 for tonight. As we look to tomorrow, a slight chance of rain, 20% in the afternoon, mostly sunny. High of 89, 2 degrees cooler tomorrow, cooler. As we look to Saturday, pretty good weather, 87 there, and afternoon showers could happen there, and this will be after lunchtime, 12 noon after. As we go to Sunday, well, we still got a little chance there overnight, 20% late Sunday afternoon, but great weather for the most part there. Sunshine and 90 with a sprinkle chance there. Back to work on Monday with 90. And then look at this as we get into next week. 93, 94 is in the forecast. Let's go ahead and just make it hotter. And look at this. Whew, that outlook all around the 20th. We're in those mid to upper 90s. I've seen it go as high as 97. This could change as we look at the forecast. Keep you updated on this. That's still a couple of weeks out, so things can change. As we look at our fishing forecast this morning, here's what we got from Chet's Paint and Body. Major time to hit the water today will be 10 a.m. till noon if you're going to be out. There you go. That's a quick look at your forecast this morning. 67 again. And if you're just joining, again, we did have a murder in the area again last night. We'll talk more about this morning beginning at 8 o'clock as Candace joins me. We'll go deeper into this and talk more about it. I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. Be safe no matter where you go. Always be aware of your surroundings in the Meridian area, wherever you live, whether it's Jackson. Don't leave your car running. We have a lot of people that like to partake of your automobile. Lock it, know where you are, know your surroundings, no matter what you're doing. Things happen in daylight now. We all know that. We've got it all coming up beginning at 8. Come back and join us. Thanks for being a part of the Scotty Ray Report and everybody that said a good morning to us. We do appreciate you being there. Foggy, all right, Les Alexander says. We got gas prices in Newton at $3.97. Woohoo! Philadelphia, $3.95. Gas is on the rise, that's for sure. As we said, join us beginning this morning at 8 o'clock. We'll be back. Thanks a bunch.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: